Last couple of years, we've had surveys and everything else for the club to see where people wanted to go. And really, I'm always interested, and the board's interested in knowing where you want to go. And we ask, and we get a fair bit of information back. But in those questions, we always get, do you want to be in a town that's fun to go out in? So last year we had Bachelor, a very fun ski town. You can go into the restaurants, bars, enjoy the town, have the after ski, and a good mountain to ski on. And then the other ones are, the other half of the group wants, I want ski in, ski out. I just want to be on the hill, I want to go in and out, and that was panorama. And I mean, I think both trips were beautiful vistas and that sort of thing. So on the same thing this year, the same thing this year, what we're looking at is one that keeps on coming up is Alaska. And I know Chris has been very strong on wanting Alaska and pushing that. Just like Bachelor last year, the funny part last year was Joanne was the one that stuck the ballot on Mount Bachelor. And she's one of the board members that got injured. So, and then she didn't go on it, and she was a trip leader, or one of the trip leaders on that trip as well. So, but this year we're going to try to get Elieska in. Both trips are still in the works. Elieska is just about done. We're moving along on that as best we can. One of the issues with that is the Delta flights. Delta doesn't release their flights until July. So we're looking at that. We do have pricing on Air Alaska, and we can get a pretty good estimate of what Delta would be too. So we'll work through that. But Elieska looks like a beautiful place. It's come up a lot of times in our surveys. Beautiful mountain. You're sleeping at sea level. I think you're at 657 feet. And the top is around, I think, 3,000 or something. You have a 2,500 vertical. But what a lot of people say, well, geez, there's a lot of intimidating, and maybe people don't believe me anymore after going to panorama and everything else. There is a lot of beginner and intermediate here as well. So it's a good mix of runs. It's a unique spot, and it's an area that the club's never gone to. I know a few people have skied it with fam trips and things like that, but our club has never gone there. So the tentative dates would be, depending on flights and what the flights come out to be in price, we would go out on Thursday, February 29th, or Friday, March 1st. We'll see what they come in at. Sometimes the Thursday flights come out a little bit cheaper, and it would make the trip a little bit more affordable. The other thing is, we're going to try to take in Iditarod, so the dog sled racing. So we'll see the ceremonial start of that. You'll have a day or two in Anchorage. Now some people will say, 2 days in Anchorage is probably 5 days too many. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, it is a party for the Iditarod, and in Iditarod, it's, you'll have a chance to interact with the teams, see the dogs, and then there's all sorts of things. There's a reindeer run where Jerry, you're a runner. You'll not even a 5K, you'll go out running and they'll release the reindeer and they'll catch up to you and pass you on that. So it's kind of a fun event. But there's stuff going on all weekend. Not selling on the reindeer. Rudolph's not doing it. That damn knows of this. But so Saturday is going to be a party day. So you'll sleep in Sunday, we'll have a good breakfast, and then we'll be wheels up on the bus out to Elieska. And Elieska is only about 20 minutes down the road, so give it 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and we'll be at the resort. But so let's see what we got here. So some of the facts, not a lot of lifts. The tram itself will come in and out of the hotel. There's your beginner runs, intermediate runs, and expert runs. Expert runs for some of the people, there's hiking. You can go up to the top and go back off the chutes off the back. But there is heli options there too. But there's a lot of skiing. I was more impressed. So where the hell are we going here? So it is quite a distance all the way up to Anchorage area. So. Into around Cook Inlet right there. So the agenda way we work out, again, we take off either the Thursday or Friday. So you're looking at between either a 9-day trip or a 10-day trip altogether. Five days of skiing. And there's the start. So when we're in Anchorage, we'll be right near the Captain Cook Hotel, which is a block away, which is great. And if you haven't been there, Nancy and Chris have been there before and know where that is, and it's just near the start. So this is the actual ceremonial start from it. It's only a few blocks to watch and that sort of thing. And there's the Captain Cook Hotel. So a fairly large hotel, pretty nice accommodations. There's a couple bars, restaurants in there. There's float planes in the marina that you can go see. So it's kind of a unique area to see. So kind of a different ski experience. Accommodation for couples or for the singles, but very nice rooms and everything else. And you got right downtown. So there's museums, there's obviously the ceremonial starts, pools and spas. So now we go out to Alyeska. Alyeska, this is where we will be staying. So this is the lodge for the days. You can see the northern lights there on the bottom shot there. But the tram itself will come right into this building. So you basically take the elevator down and load on. So for those that want ski in and ski out, I don't think you get much better than that. Another shot of it, but just a gorgeous resort. There's the front lobby, and again, pools and spas and that sort of thing in the hotel. So Gail, you're all set for your spas. Just don't tell Angel. Again, same. Yeah. So the rooms, very, very nice accommodation for twins or for the singles room accommodation. And then that's about it. So for Alyeska, but that will go in March. The February trip we're still working on. So Alyeska just got announced as Icon. So the other ones that were in the running was Jackson Hole, Telluride, and Steamboat. Steamboat, almost every club in Minnesota was going to go to Steamboat this year. So Stitsmark's going. Ski Hawks were thinking of going there. Traverse Ski was going to go there, and we were going to go there. So I kind of took Steamboat off the table for us this year. They are putting a new lift in, and it'll open up new territory. I think it'll be a good trip for 2025. So that leaves us Telluride in Jackson Hole. Two more fun towns to have that. So this is ski in, ski out. Jackson Hole will be the fun town. So if you've never been to Jackson Hole, great skiers town, great restaurants, bars. And we'll be staying, if we pick that trip and pull it off, we do have accommodation picked out, we do have availability. It'll probably go the first week of February, or it will be Telluride. Telluride, unfortunately, is epic. And so if we do Alyeska, it's Icon. And we do Jackson Hole, that's Icon. So I'm leaning more towards doing Jackson Hole. But we'll see what the pricing comes out on both of those and see what the accommodations are. But Telluride, another fun town as well. So, but you can't go wrong on any of these trips. So, but that's what we got planned for 2024. So, any ideas or any questions at all on the trips, or just see us afterwards? So, yeah, right? You like it? Wyoming trip. So good point. So Alyeska, we're getting close, and so that brings up a couple other things. We've been wanting trip leaders and everything else. We got 2 people that are very interested in doing the Alyeska trip, so we're probably good for that. For Jackson Hole, we have 1 person that's come forward on that. I still need 1 more trip leader for the February trip. So the question is, when will we know? Alyeska will know probably within the next 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks. We should have solid pricing on that. Again, the Delta flight is the only screwy factor in there because they will not release flights to 9 months out. So if we do go Delta, we need firm pricing, and that would be July. I want to get the pricing beforehand. Now we do have firm pricing from Air Alaska, and we can take a guesstimate and say, okay, it should come in here. For Jackson Hole, we'll see what the bids come back at on that. So I would say probably more late June, July, but all the more reason to look at Hootline, come out to some of the events, come out to some of the happy hours and that sort of thing, and just stay in touch. And because once Alyeska loads and we have pricing and we get it through the board that everybody agrees on what we're doing, we'll start selling that, because I want to start selling that before the 4th of July and get some of that going, so I know what we're gonna get. We were planning on about 44 for Alaska. I think I'll cut that back down to about 36. And then likewise for Jackson Hole, just because of the situations that are going on at 3M right now. So we'll probably have a higher probability of filling the trips at 36. So to answer your question, Janet, Alyeska within 3 weeks. I would say Jackson Hole might be 6 or 8 weeks until we figure out whether it's Jackson Hole or Tiverton. But it should be a fun year. It should be a great year. So thanks.